Globally, 2 million tons of sewage, industrial and agricultural waste is discharged into the world's waterways every year. I'm Sergio Quintana, and I'm at the Arcata Marsh and Wildlife Sanctuary, which is home to the City of Arcata's innovative sewage treatment facility. It turns wastewater into a thriving ecosystem.
I'm going to show you my favorite spot here to look at birds.
Oh, cool.
Where the bird's habitat is.
All right.
Your shoes are very noisy. You need to be quiet to see birds. Ah, there's one right there. I think it's going to be another black phoebe. Oh, yeah. Do you see it?
Okay, I see him.
Yeah.
Denise and I are bird watching in a wastewater treatment plant. These wetlands are cleaning Arcata's wastewater while giving the locals a great place to come and hang out.
Historically, it was a salt marsh, not a usable land. And so the goal was to drain it and make it usable land. We started the constructed wetlands, and over time, the bird list just increases and increases and increases.
So that idea that your wastewater is a resource is basically what's created this.
Yes, very much so. I mean, the community uses it, and we actually have visitors from all over the world coming here. Some of them for the bird watching.
Yeah.
Some of them because they've heard about our innovative wastewater system. They want to see it for themselves. Some of them because they want to take these ideas home to their city council and say, hey, we want one of these.
Arcata's innovative sewage system still begins, however, just like all those others.
We're walking on the Brown River here.
I can smell that.
This is our primary clarifier, this big circular tank. That's fecal material, uneaten food, toilet paper, whatever. That's our primary solids.
Primary solids,
Get pushed
got it.
into a hopper and get pumped out of the tank on out to the oxidation ponds from here.
Like any others, the oxidation ponds use algae to produce oxygen, which is then used by bacteria that break down the organic compounds found in human and food waste. But it's the treatment marshes that follow that are the innovative part of the process. Their primary job is to remove the algae used in the oxidation ponds using sunlight and plants. Unlike traditional methods, they use energy, machinery, and chemicals.
Welcome to Humboldt and Arcata Marsh Research Institute.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Professor Robert Gearhart is one of the architects of the system.
This is what the open surface wetland looks like. So you don't get the algae here because this blocks the sunlight for the most part from the top. This plant can produce this green material with a lot less sunlight, and is very important because the photosynthesis from that green leaf, the oxygen, the byproduct, goes into the water column and is used by bacteria to treat the wastewater, but it's also used as a food for the birds.
And this is what a treatment marsh looks like.
This is cool. It's like you're climbing into a jungle. So this is the algae water from that other pond?
This is the algae water about halfway through this process. Just try to get the water.
Sorry.
That's why we wear the gloves.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can get any better at this. Now this water does not look as green as this water.
Well, you're exactly right. This is the water after it's had a chance to go through the treatment wetlands.
Okay.
So the algae from the oxidation ponds has settled under the shade of the cattail and the bulrush, and we have a much cleaner water.
After the treatment marshes, the water is disinfected with chlorine to get rid of any waterborne diseases, because people use the next stage of the treatment process, the enhancement marshes, as a recreational resource. The water is dechlorinated before moving into these enhancement marshes, where remaining organic matter, which lowers oxygen levels, nutrients that can cause algal blooms, and heavy metals, toxic to marine life, are all significantly reduced. Finally, the water is again disinfected and dechlorinated before it's discharged into Humboldt Bay. A further innovation is planned for this time next year, disinfecting with ultraviolet light.
So this is the last step of the innovation?
Yes, this is the last point of wetland treatment. We're gonna see some really clean water when we look in here. It is really, really clean. Look at that color.
What color? Nothing in there.
Very clean.
In terms of the clarity, this is the level of treatment that is discharged to the bay. and it's significantly better than the standard that's required. The real advantage of this, it does take a lot of space and a lot of area, is you have all these other uses associated with the same space.
Makes you feel good just looking at it, doesn't it?
Makes you thirsty.
Yeah.
Wait, almost.
Something Arcadans are proud of.
Originally, they started out with a little celebration called Flush with Pride. You know, it's an innovative way to do things, and the community just stands behind it. It's just not like any other wastewater treatment plant.